You're listening to the Willie Fed Aftershow. This is the Willie Fed Aftershow. That's my girl right there, JJ. Janet Jackson, y'all. That's Control off of the 1986 album.
Control!
Yeah, she was in Control. I just read a little disturbing little report about someone who used to be in control, but she didn't appear to be in control of her voice these last couple of concerts. Whitney Houston began the European leg of her tour, and already reports are surfacing that, you know, she is having a lot of vocal issues. And this is all according to Yahoo News that I was reading, and she actually gave an explanation about why she was having issues. And one of the things she said is that sometimes, this is a quote by the way, sometimes the old girl sings, but not tonight. She added, I wanted to, but she didn't want me to do it. And she said she even gets a little temperamental sometimes. So now she's like making it sound like her voice has like a mind of its own, which I don't think that's a good thing to say. Like, even if you are having issues, now you just sound crazy.
Did she really say that?
She just said, yeah, she said that.
That was a quote.
Yeah, quote unquote.
You think she's doing drugs again?
No.
Oh, just asking.
The only reason I say no is because she's, and this isn't a negative, but she's gaining weight. So the drug that she was doing would usually make her lose weight. So I venture to say no. I just think that her voice is like, I really think it's a wrap. I'm sorry to say. But also, just to give you a heads up, also, remember I told you before we went on break about Bret Michaels having a brain hemorrhage, like suffering from one. I told you I believe it has something to do with bleeding in the brain. Well, that's exactly what it is. A brain hemorrhage is a type of stroke, and it's usually caused by an artery in the brain bursting, which causes localized bleeding around the tissue. And they say that a lot of these hemorrhages, they can be caused by several different things. Like, they can be caused by head trauma, which of course is like somebody hitting you in the head, or you falling on your head, or something along those lines. It can be caused by high blood pressure, chronic high blood pressure to be more exact. An aneurysm, and an aneurysm is a weakening of a blood vessel, which causes the walls to swell, and they can burst, which can cause bleeding in the brain. So basically, it's another type of stroke, but this type of stroke usually deals with some type of bleeding in the brain. So that's what a brain hemorrhage is.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And just another little piece of information, a prominent person who died from a brain hemorrhage was President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He had a brain hemorrhage.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Thanks for that unsolicited information.
I thought you wanted to know.
Yeah, I want to know what it was. Well, you know what? That was very informational for me, and I'm pretty sure other people.
Yeah.
Who didn't know what that was.
See, I just told you, I try to keep you guys.
Yeah, but you didn't have to go back to a sad story, though. I mean,
I just want to throw that in there, because usually I'll tell, like, the last, I think, 2 shows, I said I was going to look something up and then tell you when we come back from break, and we've moved on to something else, and we come back from break and I forget. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget this time. And also, before I forget, this past weekend, as we're ending the weekend wrap-up, Saturday Night Live. Our girl, our favorite girl of the Willie Fed Aftershow, hosted Saturday Night Live. And unfortunately, Saturday, I told you that was the one day I actually got out of the house, so I missed it. So if y'all get an opportunity, I suggest you go to YouTube and check it out. And also, Saturday Night Live has a website, and I believe it's watchsaturdaynightlive.net, and you can actually see the full episode, and you don't have to see it in little clips on YouTube. But I did get to see her opening monologue. I thought it was very funny. They used a play on words a couple times, and there was even a spoof on Steve Harvey hosting Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and she was on there. And I thought it was very funny. The way they depicted Steve was hilarious, because he always picks on himself at how he can't say certain words, and they totally made fun of him about that. And then when Gabby sat down in the seat in front of him, Kenan Thompson, who of course played Steve Harvey, because, well, he's the only black guy on Saturday Night Live, but he said, "Oh wow, a spaceship." So there were a lot of play on words, like, regarding her size. I just thought it was really funny that they just made, fun of all the reports and stuff about her. Didn't you have a comment about Gabby today?
No,
Because you said something off the air.
No, I'm tired of talking about her. That's
really?
all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even like talking about Big Mama no more.
She's not Big Mama.
She's not Little Mama either. I'm just saying. I mean,
no, Little Mama is on MTV.
You know what? I'm just saying she's not, the smallest.
She's Gabby today.
But she actually said I'm sexy in the opening monologue.
She did.
She said sexy and then super sexy. And she says I'm fine or super. Now they shouldn't lie.
No, in her, she's saying how she feels and what she believes, and that's what she believes.
All she should have said in that opening monologue.
If that's what she believes.
I'm friends with Oprah. That's all she had to say. Leave me alone.
Oh my goodness. Well, Oprah just settled a lawsuit in Africa. One of her
teachers.
Yeah.
I remember I heard something happen a long time ago.
Yeah,
that sucks because she's the owner and she has to,
Right. Well, she settled that lawsuit. She didn't. She offered her $250,000 and she took it.
In African money or U.S.
dollars? And I'm sure the woman could have gone to court and or held out for much, much more. But
how?
What do you mean how?
How?
I don't understand. I don't know all the.
No. I don't understand this now. All Oprah really has to do is take action, which is fire the person who did that. She don't have to pay $250,000.
If the woman suffer any type of damages, she has to pay for the damages.
They were paying for the cost $250,000. And what kind of damage you suffering from? You live in Africa. You should be used to some rough, tough stuff.
Moving on. In current news, Walmart.
No, wait. I don't like when people try to listen. Even though I'm all down for getting a buck or two, but just because somebody make a lot of money, that don't mean you got the right to try to take all their money.
Speaking of the Bucks, they won yesterday.
Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Oh, so Atlanta tied?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know I didn't watch.
I know.
I only watch
and I'm not gonna talk about Oprah anymore. I'm moving on. Walmart.
My girlfriend, you know that. That's why I got.
We're gonna fight over Oprah. We don't have much time in this segment, so I'm trying to get this out. Walmart is going to have to face a huge class action lawsuit for discrimination. And a 6-5 ruling, the world's largest private employer. I did not know they were the world's largest private employer. Like they have 1.2 million. Employees just in the United States and like 2.1 million worldwide. Like I didn't realize they were the world's largest private employer. But anyway, they will have to face charges that allegedly they paid their women less than they pay their men, and also allegedly their women do not get promoted as quickly as the men do. In 2010. This is still an issue. There is no reason why any company in 2010 should be having this issue. Women's rights and all that stuff was done way back in the 70s. The feminist movement, all that is done. So why are they still discriminating against women?
I don't believe
really?
I don't believe it. Let me tell you why I don't believe it. Why? Because the richest Walton of the people who own Walmart is the woman Walton.
But I mean, like when you're
if a woman is the head of a company, why would she be discriminatory towards
She's
women?
not. As a CEO, you're that big and you have 2.1 million employees. How much involvement do you think she has on the Walmart that is handled right there on the corner of Princeton and John Young Park?
What I'm saying is, if I'm having an issue, if I feel that way, why would you not try to go talk to her? There's ways to get into the top.
There's no way in hell that if I'm a cashier at the Walmart on Princeton and John Young Parkway and I see that, let's just say I'm a woman, I'm not, but let's just say that I'm a woman and I'm getting paid $7.75 and you're a cashier at Walmart, we've been there the same amount of time, you're getting paid $10, there's no way that I'm going to be able to talk to this chick, the head of Walmart, anytime in my lifetime. No way possible.
You the type of person that don't believe one vote makes a difference.
No, I do believe one vote makes a difference. But you explain to me. Explain to me how am I gonna talk to her?
I bet you I would.
How would I even find her?
What you mean?
Her number is not in the phone book. Her number is not in the public directory. My supervisor isn't gonna give me her number. How the hell am I gonna find her?
If you want to find her, you can find her.
There's no way to find her.
There's a way to be able to
look her up right now. Look her up right now. Find her number and give it to me by the end of the show.
You go to Walmart Corporation. You go. You hit up the big whoever the person
is,
and you let them know. It's possible.
It's not possible.
You said it's not possible.
It's not possible. There's no way. If there was a way, this class action lawsuit would not be happening. There would not be 550,000 people that are suing Walmart.
It's gonna be 550,000 people to get fired because they're making the dumbest move they can ever.
They can get fired. They're gonna get some money. They're gonna get more money than they were working at Walmart making $10.75.
They're not.